Hey everybody, and welcome to another video. And there's a lot of stuff happening here at the farm.
Yeah, indeed. We are changing some things around, restructuring some of our business and things like that. So today is the massive move around on the greenhouse to accommodate an industrial kitchen.
Yeah.
So lots of big things to be moved around, lots of designing and restructuring and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna get cracking now.
Yeah, and so the plan is that we take what is now the workshop slash where I brew beer, brewery, and move that into a different area, as well as the room over here, this room, and this is where we usually cut the mats and use for storage for our packaging. So, small detail, why did we choose this room and the room opposite it, that way, hello, to be the kitchen? Well, it's because of these doors, and someone bought an oven that is way too big to fit through a standard door, and this is the only place we can actually enter with the oven here. The same someone also bought a refrigerated counter, which is a little bit too wide for the doors, but we think that we'll be able to just maybe take out the door frames and just, you know, get it through here and straight in. It's also too long to turn around in the greenhouse.
He's also living at the part where it's extremely heavy.
Yeah, so that thing's like 2.8 meters long, and it weighs, I think, 200 kilograms. So that's going to be fun. We don't really know how we're going to pick it up and put it in yet, but we'll figure it out.
Right, and this is the room we're going to move everything into. So the brewery, the packaging, shelves, things like that. This is where this is going. This is the old mushroom room that we've now changed. So all this stuff now needs to come out for everything else now to come in.
Yeah, and we've had a lot of people ask us why stop the mushrooms, right? Was it not profitable? Was it not doing well? And to tell you the truth, the mushrooms were doing really, really well. The mushrooms were just not doing enough volumes that we would like to see for the amount of input that we did.
Not enough space. You need quite a lot of space to do volume in mushrooms, and you know, while we have some space, it's just not quite enough.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, and we weren't going to build another heated facility just for that.
Exactly.
Also, Daniela needed space for a kitchen, so here we are.
Indeed.
Good. So let's get to work.
Let's get cracking.
Okay, so obviously this thing is much longer than the forks are, and the idea is we want to slide it straight into this room over here because it can't go sideways, it's too long, you see. So what we did is we put a ratchet strap all around it lengthwise, and we strapped it down that way. So yeah, maybe it'll work. Just like pick it up, slide it in, put it on caster wheels, and yeah, does everything go that way usually as planned? We'll see.
What are you doing?
Eating nuts.
Yummy.
One more promise has been broken, one more lonely one. Lord, I'm ready to go. When morning comes, I'm leaving again.
So, step 2, or 1 million of us plan, is will that hello, will that fit through the door? This is what the great measurement is happening now, and answer is?
So this is 80, and that's 80.2.
So, while we did measure this There are doors too.
These.
Over there are doors.
Yeah.
Which are now wider. So
we
the
didn't
2
take-
centimeter grace, you know. We were getting through the door until that. So now off these come. So good news, we figured out a way that doesn't require us breaking down the greenhouse.
We
are going to remove...
We did not figure it out. You figured it
Okay, I
out.
figured I figured out a way to take off that we can take off these doors. We've realized that they're actually not welded on, they're actually screwed in. So we're now taking off the doors and then it will fit through the entry. So we got it in. It took coaxing. But we got it in, so now it's for a very deep clean. So I know it's super dirty. It was stored in someone's barn as a spare fridge. It works perfectly, so I now am going to restore it properly and make it really, really clean and make it nice.
Tumbleweed, I'm going with the wind. Ain't no use to try and explain. Girl, I ain't never gonna change. Baby, I was born a sinner. I was born a rambling man. Mama tried, but she didn't try hard enough. My old man never did give a damn. Turned me loose.
Okay, so update so far. We have installed a bunch of these cupboards and the tops are back off again because I've been doing the wiring, and I put in some plugs here. Obviously the wiring for the hob and the oven needs to be done, and of course the extractor fan will go up there, and then we need some plugs for this big refrigerator counter over here. What's left now is to connect the large wire to our distribution board. Need to put in some breakers and wire up all the phases, I guess, and then see if anything works.
Watch me go, just one night and I'm back on the road. Baby, there ain't no cure for my disease. Come on, girl, you gotta set me free.
Right, now if I did all of this right, it should work. Let's go see. Alright, good news is no power trips. It's always a nice one, isn't it? And I know I don't sound very confident in all of this, but like I've done this a lot of times before and I have done a lot of research on it. I'm just not a qualified electrician and I always just play it safe. So let's have a look. And oh yeah. Fans coming on. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool, that's cool. I have to check if there's power at the plugs. If you could find something to plug in. Where's the vacuum cleaner? Plug. Oh. Cool. Cool. Yay!
I was born a rambling man. Mama tried, but she didn't try hard enough. My old man never did give a damn. Turned me loose, watch me go. Just one night and I'm back on the road. Baby, there ain't no cure for my disease. Come on, girl, you gotta set me free.
So here we are. As you can see, it's not completely done yet, but this is the prep kitchen. So this is where I'll prep everything and make pies and things like that. We also have the industrial side of our kitchen, which is for more of the heavy duty sort of baking and very industrial heavy stuff. So this is basically the playground to make everything and cook everything. And the next steps is to finish off the industrial kitchen and try and figure out the wiring and if we're going to keep the stove, because that massive combi oven uses so much power. So we're going to have to maybe get a smaller one. But all in all, it's super exciting. Everything's happening, and I'm looking forward to actually starting to cook and make everything here. So that's where we're going to leave you all for today, and we'll catch you up on the next update. See you next time.